was one of the first provinces in Canada to recognize Black History Month, because Black history has been a part of Alberta for longer than Alberta has been a province. I was meeting earlier with the members of our new Black Advisory Committee, and one of the young women told us that she's a fourth generation member of the Black community, and so we know that we have a number of citizens who predate us becoming a province in 1905. And a look at our past gives us many, many examples of prominent and distinguished Black Albertans. People like Annie Saunders, who came to Fort Macleod from the US in 1877 and became a successful entrepreneur in that town, and in Pincher Creek, remaining there until her death in 1898. Or the settlers of Amber Valley, a community northeast of Edmonton, by Black homesteaders from Oklahoma and Texas, more than a century ago. And among them were the parents of Eleanor Collins, an Edmontonian who broke several glass ceilings in the entertainment world with her 1955 CBC TV show. The Eleanor Show was the first for a Canadian woman and a Black entertainer, and she is known as Canada's First Lady of Jazz. Amazingly, at 104 years old, Eleanor Collins is still with us today. She's a living connection to a fascinating chapter in Alberta's history. Another inspiring Black Albertan is Edmonton's Lionel Loxley-Jones, who in 1964 became one of the first Black Albertan lawyers. And Lionel Jones had an impressive legal career. In 1977, he became the first Canadian-born Black person appointed to the judiciary. He served as a judge in the provincial court and later a justice in the Court of Queen's Bench until retiring in 2001. So from our earliest days, Black Albertans have influenced our province's economic, social, and cultural fabric. But for every well-known Black Albertan from our history, there are hundreds, thousands of untold but equally inspiring stories. Stories of people who came here in search of a better life, or the generations of Black Albertans raised here who have helped to build the province that we enjoy today. The small business owners, the healthcare professionals, the caregivers and engineers and academics and oil field workers and technologists and teachers and homemakers and home builders, not to mention all the artists that we're going to see this evening. Black Albertans who are living the Alberta dream and have given this back to this province in countless ways. And I'm so pleased, as I mentioned earlier today, we announced the creation of the Alberta Black Advisory Council, something meaningful. I know that you have been asking for it. It took a little while for us to get it. I'm just so delighted at the talent on that council. We had such a great early conversation identifying priorities that we're going to be able to address together. And it was important for me that we create this council to give our government first-hand information and advice on the experiences of Black Albertans, because we know that there is no substitute for lived experience when considering actions to support marginalized communities. The Alberta Black Advisory Council will ensure that this important community's voices are heard loud and clear at the decision-making table. Its expertise will shape policy and support measures and help our government step up our efforts to eliminate racism and discrimination in Alberta. Its work will build on the work being done by the Alberta Anti-Racism Advisory Council and the Premier's Council on Multiculturalism. We have some members who are appointed to both of those committees, so that will give us, I think, great feedback. And I am grateful to every council member for their commitment to this important new initiative, and I look forward to working in collaboration with the council and with Minister Yaseen. So today, as we celebrate the history of Afro-Canadian and Caribbean people in Alberta, we also celebrate diverse Black Albertans like you who have joined us, valued community members who hold distinguished roles in your respective fields and communities. But we're also committed to serious reflection, because nearly every inspirational example of our history involves Black Albertans who've had to endure racism and discrimination. This is a fact, and something that every Albertan must reckon with. There is a temptation to look at the progress that we've made at overcoming prejudice of all kinds and feel like the hard work has been done, but it's not been done. As recently as 2019, almost half of Black Canadians over the age of 15 reported to have experienced some kind of discrimination. And statistics reported from 2022 show a significant increase in hate crimes, specifically targeting Black communities in Canada. I do believe we've come a long way, but these heartbreaking numbers tell us we have a long way to go. Because Alberta is a place where people of all cultures and backgrounds should feel welcome. And that's one more reason I'm looking forward to working with each member of the Black Advisory Council. Thank you so much for inviting me to join you today. I hope every one of us carries the lessons from Black History Month with us for the rest of the year. Please enjoy the rest of the program.